Love Island, everything you guys wanted to know. Right guys, so I took to my Instagram story yesterday asking people what Love Island related questions they want to know. Over the years I've kind of went to my fitness side on my Instagram profile, just asking questions about fitness and giving feedback to nutrition, training, etc. and answering these sorts of questions. So yesterday I decided to ask a Love Island questions because I thought this would be good content for you now that you know that I'm on the All-Stars season. So we've got some interesting ones here. We're going to answer them. I'm going to be as truthful as I can be with them all. And yeah, let's just take it from there. So let's dive right in. So one of the main questions, and this one came up recurring a lot, was do you keep in contact with any of the Islanders? The quick answer is no, but it's not for the reason that we fell out or anything like that. All our lives had just moved on so drastically after the show. I think that what had happened was we all came off, we were doing a lot of events together, we were seeing each other a lot, but then what tended to happen was after that stage, it just kind of all fizzled out. We used to text each other all the time. There was a Love Island group chat post-show, and just as the sort of time went on, it got a lot quieter. We started to hear from less people, and it just kind of died off a little bit. The one person that I was in touch with probably the most post-show was Joe. We spent a lot of time together, we spoke a lot, but even now we don't speak at all. And it's again, no reason other than life's just got ahead of us. I moved country, they've moved country, some of them. So yeah, there's no contact with anyone at this stage, which is quite surreal because the fact that you feel like they're your brothers and sisters when you're in there and you're gonna be lifelong friends is it's quite sad that the fact that you end up losing touch. But I do think that happens with anything in life. I think that I've got friends I've had for years, and I just don't feel the same when I'm around them anymore. It's just different. So I just think you go on your different paths in life, and that's exactly what's happened with this one. So another question I got asked was what I miss the most about it. You can see the question below, it was a little bit longer, so I won't read it all out, but what do I miss the most about Love Island? I think the thing that I really, really enjoyed, as silly as it sounds, was not having your phone. On a daily basis, our phones are going off like mad now, and the fact that you just had that time where you can just switch off from the real world is absolutely amazing, to be honest. At first it's a bit strange because you're like, where's my phone, and you're looking for it, but honestly, that time when you don't have your phone and you can just live in the moment when you're in there is unbelievable, and you make some of the best memories. You enjoy things for what they are a lot more, rather than when stuff happens now in life that you enjoy, what's the first thing you do? You pick up your phone and video it. If you're at a concert, you video it. Your food comes, you video it, rather than just sitting, taking the moment in and enjoying it. So that was probably one of the main things that I enjoyed. As well, I just enjoyed being with a group of normal people, because you are just normal people when you go in there. And as the journey starts to go on, you're gaining closer relationships. And then you start to know that life's going to be a lot different. So it's the unknown, that feeling of what's going to happen, how's life going to be? And you start to get a little bit excited, and the suspension starts to build up over the weeks. And it's just a case of, right, okay, this is it, we're nearly there now. And what was quite good is as you're going on your journey in there, the longer you're in, you're starting to realise that you're popular with the public. And that is such a nice feeling, because I think reality stars do get a lot of stick in the sense that they just do. I don't even need to explain it, we just get a lot of stick. But really, someone said to me a few weeks back, and they hit the nail on the head, we are either liked or disliked for being ourselves. So if you look at like actors, they are liked for acting as a character. They're not actually liked for being themselves. We're just ourselves and we just get on with it. You either like us or you don't. And as I was going along my journey, especially as I was single, the fact that I was liked was a nice feeling. The moment that stands out for me the most, and my favourite moment of my season, was when we were up in the public vote for the first time, and the public were to vote for the top 3 couples. And I was coupled up with Lucy, who was just, it was just a friendship relationship. So we never expected to be in the top couples. Like, no way. Just, it didn't even cross our mind. We're standing up there and I'm like, right, okay, well, we're going to be up against it anyway. I didn't have any expectation. And then Caroline called our names out and I just remember getting goosebumps. I look at Lucy and I'm just like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? And that was just a surreal experience to know that you're liked for being yourself. So yeah, that kind of went off a little bit track with that one, but it gives you an insight to how I was feeling during that time. The biggest lessons that I took from Love Island and how people treated you after it. So, biggest lessons from Love Island was, if we're talking about my journey in there, I think that when I went into the show, I kind of was very sure of myself. I was quite like, I thought I was the boy, I thought I was, you know, the fucking bee's knees, if I'm honest. And with getting like pied so much in there, it did actually really humble me a lot. And yeah, I always use this analogy. I went in there a boy and I came out a man. Obviously, after the show, a lot's happened that we won't dive into in this video. We won't dive into in this video, but yeah, a lot's happened that I've spoke about, I'm not really proud of as well. Then I changed a lot in a lot of ways, and I can't lie about that. I wouldn't lie about that. And I've spoke a lot about it, which you guys will get to see over the next few weeks up and coming. But yeah, that was kind of, you know, the biggest lesson was not to be so sure of myself and not to be in a negative way, like a cocky way. Not like, I think you should always be sure of yourself, but just not be cocky. I just was terrible when I was younger. And how did people treat us? Differently. People treated you very differently when you came off that show. When you come off Love Island, you're one of the most famous people in the country at that point, and people will leech onto you. People just want to be in your company. Your friends even start changing around you. They act differently from how they acted before, in the sense of they start sucking up your arse a little bit more and they just act differently, and it just doesn't feel real. It all feels a little bit, yeah, you just feel a little bit lost in who's real and who's not. So that was, you know, over the years, like, I've lost a lot of people just due to that, but again, they probably weren't real people in the first place. So yeah, that's probably the biggest takeaways from that. Another massive one that was getting asked in this question and answer was, would you do Love Island again? Love Island All Stars ? Well, we know the story, don't we? It's happening and we're not far away from the show now. Very excited about it. It's actually been really nice because I've not been linked to the show at all, in the sense of no one's said anything about me going on, the press hasn't said anything, there's no link to it at all. So it will be a little bit of a surprise to everyone once I do come out there. Obviously I couldn't answer the questions on my story because I'm not allowed to, but as you guys are watching this, you know I'm in there. I've started the show, and again, being asked to start this show is just, I mean, amazing. I'm actually so thrilled that I've actually been asked to not only be on it, but to be in the original lineup, the OG, solidify myself as a, dare I say it, Love Island legend. We'll see how I get on this time around. But no, it's nice. It's very, very nice, and I'm very, very grateful for the opportunity. Was it hard waking up with the lights switching on? So, interestingly enough, before the lights come on, there's kind of an announcement over the tannoy, and it's just like, good morning Islanders, I hope you have had a lovely night's sleep, or blah, blah, blah. Do you know what, I used to know this off by heart because we heard it every single morning for, I was in there 59 days or something, so I knew this off by heart. I can't remember it now, but they would give you that little announcement, the lights would come on, and yeah, then you would just get your mics on. That was one of the things they actually said in the announcement, was make sure you put your mics on and get on with your day, kind of thing. So yeah, that'll be, I forgot about that one. That's an interesting experience, just waking up. And again, do you know when waking up's good? After like there's been a recoupling or a dramatic night and if someone's left, you almost feel like so much closer the next day to everyone. And yeah, it's a really nice experience. And then the ones that you're close to, you just go up and you hug them that morning, because the thing is, it's like you never know if you're going to wake up there the next day, if the people that you've became very good friends with are going to be there. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to be going through that experience again and going on this journey with the All Stars cast, which I'm really, really excited to see, because I think a lot of guys think that we know who's going in. Even when we go to the press day, we don't know who's going in there. I don't have a clue. Like, as soon as I step down there, that'll be the first time I get an indication of who's in. Do you know what? Like, obviously, there's people in my head that I'm like, yeah, I'd really, really want to be in there. Guys, by the way, I've not really thought about the girl side of it, funnily enough, which is quite strange. But there's certainly the boys that I'd be like, yeah, it'd be class if they were in. We'll have such a good time. But with regards to the girls, I don't know. I'm trying to think through the seasons in my head, and I'm thinking who's in a relationship, who's not in a relationship, who would do it. So I'm really clueless to who's going to be on it. But what I do think they'll do is they've got to spread it across a lot of the seasons, don't they? Otherwise, it's just going to be a repeat of one season. So yeah, that is pretty much a little roundup of Love Island, kind of what's going on. If you've got more questions, I'm going to do one of these obviously when I come out of All Stars. We'll do another Q&A, and then you can get all the juice on what happened in All Stars. But as it stands, I'm in the villa. I'm hopefully doing all right, not embarrassing myself, not taking too many pies, and just yeah, this time around I'm just going to enjoy it, and hopefully you guys enjoy me being back on the show.